Hi, my name is Danita Williams-Trigg, and I am one of the directors of Everybody is Somebody Film Festival in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And I am here with one of our esteemed directors who had a film this afternoon screen. I'm going to have him introduce himself and tell us the name of his movie.
Hello, my name is Avery Valdes, and I wrote and directed Triple Threat, screening here at this 430 block.
Great. So, Avery, tell us a little bit about Triple Threat and what it took you to get this film on camera.
First, it started off with someone asking me, a friend of mine asking to make a genre picture of any sort, any genre that I liked, and I was drawn towards the detective, just two people sitting across from a desk from each other. And
was it a 48-hour film challenge?
No. That was just like my friend was trying to make a commercial out of it, and then I ended up just making it a full narrative thing. And my girlfriend and / producer, Julia Storch, if you don't know that name, you'll learn it soon. She helped me sit down and just tell me all the ins and outs of getting into pre-production and making it actually happen and gathering the crew that's needed. And everything is just slowly ticked along 1 year later, and now we're here.
It's a great film, funny film, very funny. What is next for you? I
was very tired of trying to mess with color and dialogue from this film. And so the next film is a silent black and white horror film. I call it, he's a downtrodden main character who sneaks into a house looking for food, and it goes on from there. Working title, All American Fun. So that's what we got going on next, is black and white horror film.
Great. So Avery, how can we follow you so we can see what's coming up?
I guess just Instagram, ARWVALDES. And you can see the poster for Triple Threat there, on-set photos, and everything coming up next.
Perfect. Thank you so very much for your time for being here. Thank you. Hi, my name is Danita Williams-Trigg, and I am one of the directors of the Everybody is Somebody Film Festival, Albuquerque, New Mexico. And I have one of the wonderful, wonderful directors here of a film this afternoon. He's going to introduce himself.
Hi, my name is Anthony Parker, and I am the director of The Narrows.
Yeah. So, Mr. Parker, tell us a little bit about The Narrows. What's it about?
The Narrows is about a sacred land that was once occupied and owned by an indigenous tribe, and gold was discovered on their land. And so that indigenous tribe was run off, murdered, but there was one medicine man that whose spirit is still there. And so,
Great. So this is not your first film.
It isn't.
So tell us a little bit about your journey to The Narrows, how you got here.
I think for me, just to be creative and to stay creative, the mind starts to think these ideas. And so for me, to create The Narrows and arrive at this place mentally, emotionally, creatively, is to just that. It's to stay creative, and the imagination takes over from there. And so, and then the end result is hopefully a good story.
It's a very, very good story, and we really appreciate you being with us today, Mr. Parker.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Danita Williams-Trigg, and I am one of the directors of the Everybody is Somebody Albuquerque Film Festival. And I have two of the actors, well, the editor and the actor of The Narrows. And I'm just going to have them introduce themselves and tell you a little bit about who they are and what they do.
Hi, my name is Frankie Romero, and I play Deputy Russell Black Coffee on Legends.
Hi, I'm Tristan Salido, and I'm the first-time cinematographer and editor of The Narrows, and this is my first project, actually.
So, Tristan, do you feel like you're going to stay on the road of editing? Is it something that you still want to do?
Yeah, actually, we're filming another movie. This is my second project, so I've learned along the way of like the way around editing and the way the camera works. So it's definitely a learning process.
And Frankie, tell us about your experience with The Narrows and working with Mr. Parker as a director.
Awesome. Well, this is our second feature film of ongoing series called this is called The Narrows. So this is the second one, rebounding off of our first film called The Legends. And again, these are some native thriller stories, legend stories that are just kind of taking place in modern times, because these stories still exist out there. Even though we might not be from the same tribe, these stories are still part of there's shared parallels for each tribe about certain stories. So this is just one of them. This is one of many that we are trying to bring to life.
I think that is fabulous. Do you have any words of advice from actors starting out, and then you, Tristan, from other people who want to edit?
My only word of advice is definitely learn as you go. I've learned as I went. You know, there's a lot of resources out there, such as like schools or just even YouTube. That's where I learned the most, and especially just learning when you are filming. There's definitely a lot of effects to it, such as lighting and like effects, and just like the way you try and get people on the camera. So definitely, I'd say learn as you go, and just always ask for help. Ask for help from people, because you never know.
Very good. And you, Frankie?
Oh, that's an awesome question. You know, just like Tristan said, it's a community, so it's best to get as much training and get really grounded in learning about story and the art of story. And you're going to meet some along, picking up the same vibe people that are working just as hard, if not harder. That's what really drawn me to creating these stories with Anthony Parker and working along with Tristan. And it's been just such a blast, and I can't wait for the next one.
And we can't wait to see your work, Frankie, and more of your work, Tristan. So thank you so much for being
Thank you
here
for having
today.
us.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thanks.